Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to show you how to make a single stitch Cobra bracelet. And I'm going to be using the plastic clips, the curved ones, and they're the 3/4 inch ones. Because I've tried I think they're 1/2 inch, and the clips, they're just really hard to get, but these ones are pretty easy. Your fingers can just slip right in and just unclip them. So you're going to need 2 lengths of paracord, and you're going to have to make a band first, which I have a piece like this. It's about 1.5 feet long. And so the first step to do is you have your cord, you're going to bring the 2 ends, you're going to put them together like that, and you're going to have a loop down here. You can see that there's a loop. So you're going to want to grab this loop and grab your little plastic clasp right here, or you can get the metal ones that I've seen. And you're going to want to grab the end that doesn't have the prongs, which is this one. And where it curves, you're going to want to go on top of the curve, so it's pointing up kind of. And what you're going to want to do is grab your loop like this and just try to squeeze it together, and then you're going to want to put it through the little loop in the plastic clasp. And then you can see here that it's through, and that it went in from the top over here, and then it made a loop. And you're going to want to grab your 2 ends over here. You want to put them into the loop. So as you can see, they went into the loop. And you're just going to pull that tight. And you just pull it tight, and you can see that it makes like a little arch here. And this is called a lark's head nut. But just make sure that it's tight. And then what I like to do is just clip it back together, just to make sure that I don't lose that piece. And then you're going to want to grab another piece of string. I would say this is about a little over 4 feet. And to start this out, what you're going to want to do is put the green, it's a green piece. So you're going to want to put the green piece behind your bracelet, or your band right here for the bracelet. Then you're going to grab one end of it, and you're going to want to go over. And you can see here that I went over it from here. You're going to want to grab this end. You're going to want to go over this one just on this side. And you're going to go underneath the band here. So you can see here that it makes like a little loop. And you're going to want to put the end that you brought from the left side into the loop here. You're just going to pull it through, and you're going to want to tighten it up. And then what you can do to make sure that it's straight is you can pinch it here. You can just pull it tight, and then you just pull it tight and cinch it up to the top where that loop is up here. You can see that it's going to look like that. So, and then you're going to want to alternate. So if the knot's on this side, you're going to want to bring this end and go over. If you don't, it's just going to make the DNA type of like paracord style. So what you're going to want to do is you're just going to go over the top. You're going to want to bring this one and go over this, and then underneath the band, and then into the loop, that the one that originally came from the left over. And then you're just going to pull it tight, and then it can try to bunch up, but you can just hold it like that, and you can just pull it tight. You can see that that's what it doesn't look right at first, but once you start making it, then you know that it comes out the way that you do. But since the knot's on this side, you're just going to grab the side from over here. You're going to go over the band, and grab this, go over that one, and then underneath the band, and then through the loop. And then what I like to do is cinch it up to the lark's head, just so then it's a tighter type of stitching. But just go over, over, under, and then through the loop. And then tighten. And then you can see that the bracelet's starting to look like a paracord bracelet. So I'm just going to finish this up, and then I'll show you guys how I finish them off. Okay, so you can see here that I'm almost done with the bracelet. and I like to leave about maybe 2-3 inches left before I finish it. So what I'm going to do is make sure that these ends are flat, because you're going to have to put them through the other clasp. You're just going to make sure that the ends are flat here, so they're easier to feed through. You can use the bottom of like a Bic lighter or something like that, but I sometimes use pliers, or I'll just pinch them against my fingers to make sure that they're flat enough. But so you can see that they're flat, and then what you're going to want to do is grab the other clip right here where it has the 2 loops. I don't know if they make single loops, I've only seen the 2 loops, but you're going to want to go in from the top of here, and it doesn't matter which loop you decide, but I'm just going to put it through the first one, and you just feed it through, and you want to make sure that you don't get your ends mixed up. So you can see here that they went through, and you just pull it to the like size of the bracelet that you want. And this bracelet isn't for me, it's for someone else, so it's going to be a little bit smaller, but if you can see that it's starting to take shape like a bracelet. But so you can just put it around a person's wrist and you can measure it, or if you know what their size is, you go from where the cord is from here to here, and you measure that out on, just flatten it out and you can see. But so I think that would be a good size, and just to make sure that none of it goes into it, I'm just going to clip these off. And then what you're going to want to do is right here, you're just going to put them on to the band. Just put them onto it. You can see in the inside maybe that they're just into the band on it to make a loop. And then you're just going to Cobra stitch on top of it, and you can adjust it a little bit later. It's hard to start it out, but you can just go like this and go like that. But as you can see here, that the ends are under here, and you're going to make sure that you pull these ones extra tight. So as you can see here, the ends are right there, and they're underneath the bracelet. And just to make sure that there's no more fraying, and just burn the ends. Make sure not to leave it under there too long, or else it'll make it all brittle. But there's that. You can pull the insides out of the paracord just to make, if you don't want to see the white, but I just keep it in there to make it sure that it's legit paracord. But and you just want to continue making the bracelet. You just go over, and then under, and then through. And then I like to leave, like, if you could do one more to the clip, I like to leave about like one left, just to make sure that the clip can still like move, so it's easier to put on. But you can see here that I could do one more, but I just like to leave it so you can move the clip around. And then what you're going to want to do is clip your ends. You're going to make sure that you leave about that much, just a little bit. And you want to do it to the other side, and you just leave a little bit. And then if you've seen my other videos how to burn it, I just use the lid of an ammo can. Other people, they'll use the bottoms of lighters or something like that, but I just like to use an ammo can. And then what I'll do is burn the ends, just get them a little melted, and then I'll just put it on there, and then I'll just move it back and forth. And you can see that it's making a little flat part. If you take the insides out, you won't see that white. Or what I've done before is take a Sharpie, for this case a green one, or you can put a black one there and you can just put it on there. But just make sure that it's flat with everything. And then I'll do it to this side. To have everything, you're just going to roll it. And you can see that it's like that. And then there's your bracelet. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.
All I ever wanted was to see you smiling. I know that I love you, oh baby, why don't you see?